Hello movie lovers, Bob for Bob's Movie Review here, and today I'm bringing my Blu-ray and DVD shopping guide and reviews for August 25th, 2020. Hope you guys do enjoy the video. Remember, you can find affiliate links to purchase these movies down in the description below. So first up this week, guys, we have The King of Staten Island. This one's releasing on a Blu-ray, DVD, and digital. Amazon and Walmart $22.96, Best Buy $22.99, and Target $24.99. It is also releasing on a DVD. Amazon and Walmart $17.96, Best Buy and Target $19.99. Universal Home Entertainment did send me over a copy of The King of Staten Island for review, and I did post an unboxing of this. If you'd like to check that out, just search for The King of Staten Island on my channel. Now, this is the new Judd Apatow movie, and it's about this young man who's, I believe he's like 24 or so, and he's just kind of lost, living with his mom, doesn't have a job, drinks and does drugs and whatnot, and he wants to be a tattoo artist, but unfortunately for him, he's not too good at it. Now, this is kind of his journey of coming of age type story, where he's got to learn to become an adult, and you know, he's kind of acting like a young teenager even though he's in his mid-20s. Now, this does have this story about how his father was a firefighter and he died in a fire, and now his mom is dating another fireman and he wants to break them up. And to be honest, guys, I don't know if Judd Apatow's changed, the time has changed, the youth has changed, I have changed, the movies have changed, but I just don't feel like his movies quite have that humor that they used to have. I didn't find this movie to be extremely funny. I mean, it was funny for sure, but it just wasn't, extremely funny. But I did love this story. It definitely in the second half gets a lot better. It's over a 2-hour movie, and I don't think he really does a lot of 2-hour movies, but I feel like the second half really shines, and it really becomes this really heartwarming story. And I liked it a lot, guys. I really enjoyed the movie. I think the actors are really good, and it's a fun, heartwarming story. It's not family friendly, obviously. There's a lot of foul language and drug use and such in this, but definitely a great coming of age story, probably for today's youth. I give this one 3.5 out of 5, guys. I definitely would check this out, but to me, it's no super bad. It's no it's no knocked up. Probably a better story, really, but just, I don't know, not as funny to me. Next up is Uncle Peckerhead, releasing on a Blu-ray, and this one will be $19.99 at the Epic Pictures website. Now, Epic Pictures did send me a copy of Uncle Peckerhead for review. You can't say that title without laughing. I did post an unboxing of this. If you'd like to check that out, just search for Uncle Peckerhead on my channel. Now, this movie was about this band called Duh, and they're all going on this tour of like these terrible shows, and they're not a well-known band, and they don't have any money, and they quit their jobs to go on tour, and then their car gets repossessed. And so I don't know exactly what they were doing. They're trying to find someone to drive them around or something. And they just come up to this random van, and the guy's like, "Oh yeah, I'll drive you guys around if you pay for gas." It's just like, okay, like that seems so far-fetched. And he says his name is Peckerhead, and they're like, "That can't be your name." And he's like, "Well, that's what my dad always called me." And I mean, obviously it's meant to be a joke. And this movie is really a horror comedy, and I felt like it was like a lot heavier on the comedy. Like I found myself laughing a lot more than I felt like there was horror. So they go around to these different shows and whatnot, and it turns out that Uncle Peckerhead isn't quite what he seems. I can't remember if they give it away in the trailer, so I don't want to give it away exactly what he is, but there are some really cool kind of gory, graphic horror scenes in this one, but I feel like they're a little too few and far between. When they happen, they're really cool, and like I was really into them. I was really digging the way they did it, but I just wish they did it more, maybe more horror involved in this one. But overall, guys, I mean, I like the story, I like the characters. I just didn't find the movie to be great. I mean, it's definitely above average. I give this one a 3 to 5. Definitely above average in makeup, acting, story, music, everything. But to me, I just wish it had been a little scarier and a little more of the horror, and not quite so spread out on that one. Next up is The Flash, the complete 6th season, releasing on a Blu-ray and digital. Amazon, Best Buy, and Target $31.99, Walmart $44.98. Also releasing on a DVD, Amazon and Target $26.99, Walmart $27.96, and Best Buy $29.99. Now, Warner Brothers did send me over a copy of The Flash, the complete 6th season, and I guess with Arrow gone, The Flash would probably have to be my next favorite of the Arrowverse. And of course, this one follows the character of The Flash and all the people who are in his group. I can't think of the name off the top of my head. So the first half of the season, I really enjoyed it. It's all leading up to this coming crisis, and the Flash is going to have to die. And that's kind of the whole thing. He's getting the crew ready for him to die, a new leader, everybody is going to protect the city, and he's going to be dead. And they're like, oh, you can't die. And he's like, I'm going to die. And they're like, okay. So they kind of move on pretty quick. And we get this villain, and it kind of has this cool kind of like zombie, almost like horror kind of vibe going on. Like everybody's being turned into zombies. But all this is just leading up to the Crisis on Infinite Earths. And the second half is good. It's not as good. We get a new villain and some new characters and such. But definitely like the first half. I haven't seen every season of The Flash, but this is my favorite so far. I gave that a 4 out of 5. Now, separately, I just want to review this on its own. Warner Brothers did send me over Crisis on Infinite Earths for review. Now, this is the 5-part DC crossover, Arrowverse crossover, and it includes so many crossovers. You got Black Lightning, Batwoman, DC's Legends of Tomorrow, Flash, Arrow, Supergirl, and all the characters pretty much from their shows crossed over into this epic 5-part event. It was so good, guys. It's probably one of the best things DC has ever done as far as movies and TV shows. I mean, it was such a good story, and I love too that they included so many people who have been in DC movies in the past or TV shows in the past. And it was crazy too. They even had Burt Ward. Sadly, Burt Ward was only in it for just a few seconds. I mean, at first I was like, oh my God, is that Burt Ward? Like, I had to look it up, and it was him. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I wish they had used him more. They had like Will Wheaton, although I don't think he's really been in anything DC anymore. Just people know who he is. But again, he's only in it for a second. And then they showed, I can't remember who. They had Robin and I think somebody else from Titans. And I was like, oh man, if they get like the DC Universe characters in this too, it's going to be so cool. Like, it would be so cool to see them in this, because they're kind of more adult themed than the Arrowverse shows. Unfortunately, there's just a glimpse of them, and then later on they show a glimpse of like the Titans and the Doom Squad and Stargirl, whatever she is. Unfortunately, they weren't really in it. They just show glimpses of them, kind of almost advertising for these other shows. But the story is, guys, all the multiverses are going to be destroyed, and all the superheroes have to save it. There's like this antimatter thing coming through and destroying everything, and it's just so good, guys. I really enjoyed it. I'm going to give the Crisis on Infinite Earths a 5 out of 5. I loved it, guys. Next up is Deep Blue Sea 3, releasing on a Blu-ray, DVD, and digital. Amazon $14.96, Best Buy and Target $19.99, Walmart no listing. I could not find this movie on the Walmart website, even though it's actually already been available at Walmart for weeks. I think it's about $20 at Walmart, but I don't know why. I could not find it on the website. It is also releasing on a DVD, Amazon and Walmart $14.96, Best Buy and Target $14.99. Now, Warner Brothers did send me over a copy of Deep Blue Sea 3 for review. Unfortunately, I just got this one in a couple days ago, and I haven't had a chance to check it out yet, but I will be posting an unboxing this week and then a review in next week's shopping guide. Next up is Tazmania, the complete 3rd season, releasing on a DVD. Target $21.49, Amazon and Best Buy $22.99, and Walmart $23.79. 1976. Now, Warner Brothers did send me a copy of Tazmania, the complete third season, for review. Now, I did post an unboxing of this. If you'd like to check that out, just search for Tazmania on my channel. Now, this is the Taz character. Now, you'll have to excuse me, guys, but I don't know the Looney Tunes history that well. But they talk about it on here, how Taz was a character on the Bugs Bunny show. And so they kind of spun him off on his own show. And I remember Taz being like this really popular character, like just a pop culture kind of icon. I don't remember any of these other characters here from the show, but this was like an Australian thing where he's in the outback and there's all these other characters, I don't know, kangaroos and crocodiles or whatever, I don't know. But, you guys know what to expect from Looney Tunes. He just gets into all kinds of hijinks, and it's a fun kids cartoon. What I can't understand is that Taz can hardly ever talk, but his sister talks fine. So it wasn't like because they were Tasmanian devils they couldn't talk, but it just seemed like, I don't know, it was kind of off to me. Seems a little weird, but I like the show, guys. It's fun, but not as memorable as like Bugs Bunny, for sure. I give this a 3 out of 5. Next up is Tales from the Darkside, releasing on a Blu-ray, Amazon and Walmart $29.99, Best Buy and Target no listing. Next up is the Burnt Orange Hershey. This one is releasing on a Blu-ray, Amazon and Best Buy $22.99, Walmart $24.17, and Target no listing. Also releasing on a DVD, Amazon and Walmart $14.96, Best Buy $17.99, and Target no listing. Next up, SEAL Team Season 3 is releasing on a DVD, Amazon and Walmart $39.96, Target $39.99, and Best Buy $42.99. I really do like that SEAL Team show. It's pretty good. I didn't get this season for a review. Next up is Infamous, releasing on a DVD, Amazon and Walmart $12.96, Target $12.99, and Best Buy $13.99. Next up is Chicago Med Season 5, releasing on a DVD, Amazon, Best Buy, Target, and Walmart, all $29.99. And next up we have Chicago Fire Season 8, releasing on a DVD, Amazon and Walmart $24.96, Target $24.99, and Best Buy $29.99. Now, I know the last season or two I've picked up. I didn't pick this one up. My wife is big into the show, and so I was picking up the seasons for her. But now that we have Hulu, she's already watched it all, so she's not too concerned with getting it. I'm sure I'll get it. I'm not real sure when. And Strike Back Season 7 is supposed to be releasing on a DVD. Target $21.49, Best Buy $22.99, Walmart $24.99, and Amazon no listing. This will be the final season of Strike Back. I've never seen the show, though, so I did request it from Warner Brothers, but I haven't gotten it. I don't know if they're going to send it out or not, but my dad does have the entire series, but I've never seen it. So available now for digital media. Did send me over Open 24 Hours. Now, this was this really great kind of psychological horror about this woman who her boyfriend was like a serial killer, and he kind of forced her to watch, and eventually to try to break free, she lights him on fire. Now, he doesn't die, and she gets sent to, I don't know if it was a mental hospital or jail or what it was, but she's been she was in jail. And so now she's gotten out, and she gets this job at a gas station. Now, they don't really go into like if it was like, I don't know, setting someone on fire, is that self-defense? Seems like self-defense. Doesn't seem like she should have been in jail. But basically, she does go to jail now. She's out on parole, and she gets this job at this rural gas station. Now, what's spookier than a rural gas station at night in the rain? And, it's just real spooky, And so she gets this job there, and she's working the overnight shift, and her training consists of like 5 minutes. And her coworker who trains her, I can't think of his name, but he was on Freddy vs. Jason, and I always liked him. I wish he was in more stuff. That to make matters worse, she's paranoid and delusional, and she keeps having these visions of like people being hurt, and people being killed, and her ex-boyfriend showing up, and you kind of have this stuff happening all throughout the night. And the thing is, you don't ever know what's real or what's imaginary. And so the whole time you're kind of, did that really happen? Did that really happen? And, people are getting killed. And there's all this really crazy stuff going on, and like people are calling her, and, and you don't know if it's real or if it's all in her head. And even at the end, they give a little hint, but they don't come out and say for sure. what was real and what wasn't. But I thought this was a fun movie, guys. I definitely enjoyed it. For a lower budget, they did a really good job with the acting and the makeup. And I thought it was a fun movie, guys. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. That is it for me this week, guys. I hope you did enjoy the video. Love to hear if you guys have seen these movies, what you thought of them, or if you're picking any of them up, let me know which ones. If you haven't already, subscribed for more videos, to suggest videos, and for more movie news, check my website, BobsMovieReview.com. And I'll see you guys next time.